So, good morning to all of you. Today I'm going to start with chapter number 8, that is Introduction to Cascading Style Sheets. First, in the beginning, let me explain what it is, and then all the types, and then how these types can be used while doing the practicals of HTML. We'll discuss. So, let's start with it. First thing, what is CSS? In the acronym for a cascading style sheet is CSS. It is a powerful and flexible way to format the web page content. What does it mean? Whatever data you're going to present through the web page, if you want to provide some formatting effects to those contents which are getting displayed on the web page, then you can take help of CSS. Okay, or no doubt there are attributes of every tag which will also help you to present the data properly on the web page, but CSS is a flexible way to do the same thing. Okay, CSS provides a rich set of properties which can be used to format and present the web content in a consistent way throughout the website. This chapter gives a brief introduction to start with CSS. CSS combines with HTML and identifies each HTML tag by its name, ID or class. Now let me explain what these three things meaning of these three things. First one, HTML tag by its name. Why this is written, like we have different types of tag. We have h1 tag, we have p tag, we have center tag, we have img tag. Whatever tag you want to represent in a particular way, the color, the font style, all those things for a particular tag you're going to change, you must name it either with a name or id, or if with the same name multiple tags you have used, like p tag you have used many times, and for every p tag different formatting you want to provide. Like for the first paragraph, I want the alignment to be right hand side. For the second paragraph, I want the alignment to be on left hand side. So in that case, we are not going to generalize p tag. We will separate all those p tags with the class, and how to use it, that also I'll show. Okay, so here you need to understand how the properties which you want to set for a particular tag has to be given. Always remember, the property and value should be written in this way. Like first the name of the property. Let me give you the example of property. If you want to change the color, okay, color of a particular text which is getting displayed, then the property will be color. Just after that you will put a colon sign and value will be given like red, green, blue, whatever you want. So this property colon value will be used for providing the property or the presentation or the display for a particular tag on the web page. Property generally refers to the attribute for that tag whose value you need to set, the and value is the string or number mentioned for that property. I know with theory you won't be able to understand in that way, but after this only I'll show the practicals also. Property and value pair is separated by colon, as I have already told this thing. Next is, how many types of CSS are there? First one is inline CSS. Basically, inline CSS is used if you want to provide the property for a single tag, a selected tag. It is not in a descriptive way, very small code you have to write because only one tag representation you have to change. Then you can go with inline CSS. Another one is internal CSS, which will help you to change the appearance of different tags. Like font tag is used multiple number of times, and you want everywhere the font tag which is used now, it should be in different ways, then you can go for internal CSS. External one, when you want that the CSS file and your HTML file both should be in separate locations, and it provides you more flexibility. Okay, now let's start with inline CSS. In inline CSS, we use one attribute of every tag, that is style. It is common to all the tags, style attribute, and we know that attribute and its value given in HTML, name of the attribute in the on tag equals to the value. But here style will have the value which will be specified in the form property colon value. Okay, let me explain it with the example. Let's read this part first. This is the quickest and simplest way to apply CSS on any HTML tag. Okay, this method is suitable when a brief style needs to be applied on selective text. Keep it in mind. For a selective tag, you're going to apply. To apply inline CSS on any HTML tag, its style attribute is used. As I have shown here, P tag is there. P tag is a paragraph tag. So P, we have written style equals to which property of paragraph you want to change, color. Then colon sign. Here you have used the color code. You can directly write red, green, blue, whatever. I have already explained it that every color is a combination of RGB. So here they have given R's value as 00, green's value as FF and blue's value as 00. So it obviously it will be displayed in which color? Green color. And rest of the things are same. We know that whenever the value of attribute is too big, it has to be enclosed within double quotation marks. So they have done this. Okay. Next is they have explained it. Listen. Notice that the property color is separated from its value hash 00 ff 00 by a colon. More than one styles, like more than one attribute we use na for different tags. Same way more than one styles can also be given, but that too as the style values attributes value. Style color we have specified there. Just after that, if you want to change the font family, then font family is the name of the property, and in between the first property you will have to put a semicolon and then the other one. Okay, next is internal CSS. Here the style tag will be written separately, that's all. Rest of the things are same. Like P tag I have to use, then just after head tag you'll have to write another tag. That there we had used style as an attribute. Here style will be used as an independent tag, and inside that which tag you want to change, P tag. Within curly brackets the property and value will be specified. Now let's do its practical from where you can understand it in a proper way. So let's start doing inline CSS. So for that I'm writing a simple structure of the web page. It is HTML, then head, then title. If you want to give, you give, otherwise directly you close head tag. And which tag I have to start with? Body tag started, and then body tag closed, and then we'll close HTML tag also. Now inside body tag, suppose I want to write a paragraph, so I'll start it with P tag, and inside that I'm writing this we are learning CSS. This is the line, and I'm closing P tag like this. Now, suppose I want to change the color of this text. One way is there. Before P tag, I'll be using font tag, and I'll use the color property for that. Another way, what you can do, simply go to P tag. Here, we know that always attributes are given in the on tag. For P tag, here is the on tag and this is the off tag. Go to the on tag, inside that give one space and write there style. Style is the attribute, equals to value we will give inside double quotation marks. Now here, which property you want to change? Color. We'll write COLOR and then colon sign. Just after that, no space. Which color do you want? Suppose I'm writing red here. Done. Now save it. File, save. I'm going to save it on the desktop. So choose desktop and give any name. Let's say CSS.html. This is the name I'm giving. Now save it on the desktop. Minimize it. CSS. Double click on that. Google Chrome. Okay. Just see whether the paragraph is coming in red or not. Can you see it is coming in red? Clear. Another thing was font family. That is another attribute if you want to use. Then directly after this put a semicolon inside double quotation marks only. Font hyphen family. Anything can be given. Now this is the property for writing the value with sign, colon sign. Suppose it is Arial black. Arial space black. Now save it, file, save, and then refresh the web page. Can you see this? Next is if you want to increase the size, then font size is the property. Inside that only semicolon font hyphen size. Suppose it is 16 pixels or 16 px will write. Px is pixels. We have to give this. Then save it, file, save, and refresh the page. I think size, I have written it wrong. Font size, it is size only. Let's see. File, save, refresh. Is not getting accepted. Let's try font. Wait a minute. Font hyphen weight. WEIG. Different properties are there. Some are not given in your book, but these exist. I think these two will not work together. Arial black, font weight. So we'll try another one. Wait a minute. Which property? It was font size only. Why it's not accepting? Wait, font size, and here not use pixel. Let's see what happens. File, save, refresh the page. Now also it's not taking. So this you will try in lab. I think here it is not getting accepted, but we write pixel. Wait, have I given any space here? Pixel and then semicolon. File, save. Try it in the lab once. Okay. What do you increase the size? Suppose 20 pixels. This one I'm removing for sometimes. Let's see. Yeah, size is increasing. Okay, so this you can try. Next is internal CSS. Just this part will remove. Okay, how? For internal CSS, what changes? You just remove this part from here. Okay, now just after head tag, inside head tag means where head tag is on and off, there you create style tag. Which tag? Style tag started, style tag closed. Now inside this you will write the name of the selector. Selector means which tag you want to change. I want to change P tag, so P will be known as the selector. Write P and just after that put curly brackets on and off. Now inside this the color, the property and value will be given. What was the property? Color, colon, what was the value? Red, semicolon, go to the next line. What was the next thing? Font, family, colon, it is Arial, black, and then semicolon. Now save it, file, save, and refresh the page, see the change. Okay, so this is your internal CSS. This is internal CSS. And same thing in a different file when it will be written, it will be external CSS that I'll show in the next class. Okay, so thank you and have a nice day, and do practice it in the lab after watching the complete video. I'm making a small video so that you can practice it line by line. Okay, thank you.